Good morning, children. Once again, we are meeting together after a weekend. Last week, you have learned a poem called The Statue. Okay, this week, we are going to learn a wonderful story. Okay, as you are reading the story, you will understand what it is. I know many of you might have read even the same story. Okay, so reading is a good habit. What all the books you are getting it, you have to read it. Okay, now shall I tell little introduction about the author of this prose or the lesson. Okay, I know we had learned many stories about him previously even. Okay, today we are going to learn about an author called Lewis Carroll. Okay, what is his name? Lewis Carroll was the pseudonym of Charles Lutwidge Dodgen, 1832 to 1898. He was an English novelist, mathematician, and logician. He is remembered for his two novels for children. One, Alice in Wonderland, and Through the Looking Glass. Okay, which are the two novels famous of him? First one is Alice Adventures in Wonderland, and second one, Through the Looking Glass. Many of the characters from the novels, the Jabberwocky, Humpty Dumpty, the caterpillar, the Cheshire cat, the Mad Hatter, and Alice herself have become iconic. Okay, they were the famous characters in his novels. Okay, that is the introduction of the author. Okay, now what is the title of the lesson that we are going to learn? Can you tell? Yes, it is in your page number 105 in your textbook. Okay, and take your textbook along with me while we are watching the video. And some of the main points or the new words I tell you to underline, you must do it. Okay, as you are sitting in a class, you have to do it. Okay, then only you will be able to understand the story very well, and also you can learn very easily. Okay, now coming in your page 105, the heading is given there, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Okay, who are they? They are a pair of people. They are a pair of people or things that are virtually distinguishable. Okay, distinguishable and almost just like an angels we can tell, or it can be a idols you can tell, anything like that. Two persons. Okay, pair of people. Okay, there are two persons, that is, one is Tweedledee and the other one is Tweedledum. Okay, in the beginning itself I told that the story is written by whom? Lewis Carroll. Now, you might have read this story from your own books, or you might have collected a book from the library and you might have read it. Even in our library we had these books. Okay, Lewis Carroll is the author of the famous children's classic Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay. What is the name of the story? Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay, as an introduction, the paragraph is given there. Here is an extract from Through the Looking Glass. Okay, it was written as a sequel to Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay, sequel, the word I had written on the board, that is sequel. What do you mean by that word? It is a subsequent. Okay, or serial we can tell, or we can tell the next part of a story. Now you understood? Okay, underline that word squeal. Okay, squeal. Squeal means, what is the meaning of it? Consequence or subsequent or the serial, or we can tell the next part of a story. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, now look at the next. Okay, it is a next part to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. The protagonist Alice was inspired by a real girl, Alice Liddell. Okay, underline the word protagonist. That means a supporter of Alice. Okay, and he was inspired by a girl, Alice Liddell. Underline that, Alice Liddell. While Lewis Carroll was on a boating trip. Okay, you know what is a boating trip? You might have gone through for boatings, and especially the people those who are staying near to the beach side or in Kochi, you might have gone many times for a boat trip. Okay, so it is very interesting, and you have to enjoy your time while you are while you are going by a boat. Okay, while Lewis Carroll was on a boating trip with her one afternoon, she asked him to tell her a story. She asked him to tell her a story. That was the story of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. As we all know it today. Okay, now shall I read the paragraph? Alice stood looking after the fawn. Fawn means a young deer. Underline the word fawn. F-A-W-N, fawn. That is the meaning of a young deer. Okay? Almost ready to cry at having lost her dear little companion so suddenly. Okay? Alice stood looking after the fawn, almost ready to cry at having lost her dear little companion. Companion means friend. Okay, so suddenly. However, I know my name now, she said. That's some comfort. Alice, Alice, I won't forget it again. And now, which of these signposts ought to follow? I wonder. It was not a very difficult question to answer, as there was only one road through the wood. Okay, only one road through the wood. Underline that. And the two signposts both pointed along it. Okay, so she came to a place, and there is a signpost. In the signpost, there is only one road that should go to the forest. Wood means forest. And the two signposts both pointed along it. There were two signposts. Signpost means on the way while we are going it, the road they used to show by writing the place like a Gandhinagar or a Kochi or a Thrissur or Alappuzha, like that. Okay, that is the signpost. Both pointed along it. I'll settle it. Alice said to herself, when the road divides, they point different ways. Okay, so there are different ways. But this did not seem likely to be happen. So if there are two sign points, the arrow mark will come in different directions. Is it clear? Okay. But here the direction is not given like that. It is only a one direction to go to the same place, the two place. Okay. But this not seem likely to be happen. She went on and on a long way. But wherever the road divided, there were sure to be two signposts pointing the same way. So, she walked a long distance. Understood? So, when she came to a point, there also the signposts are same. Okay? And mark there, what it is marked to Tweedledum's house and the other to the house of Tweedledee. Okay? That is the two signposts she saw there. Which are the two signposts she saw there? To Tweedledum's house and the other one to the house of Tweedledee. Underline that. To Tweedledum's house and the other to the house of Tweedledee. In the beginning itself, I told that that is a pair of people, the meaning of it. Okay, underline that up to there. Okay.